time, or it's not like lunchtime officially. I had to leave the office because I had to have lunch before it's a time for me to work out. So I thought to just come live and talk about this EndSars thing that has been making rounds media yesterday, okay? And I know this is not really like a good time for me to come live, so I don't even expect to see people here. But if you're watching the playback, it's good to have you right here. I will not be live for long because I'm waiting for my food to come, so I get to have lunch and then go back to the office. But there has been controversies as to if someone really died in the whole, or if people actually died in the whole EndSars thing, and it's been quite. I'm actually at a restaurant to have lunch, so I just thought to talk about it before I have my lunch. So what I'm having for lunch here is noodles, Chinese noodles, and then it comes with the saucy drink or something. So 𝐗𝐵𝐻𝐻𝐼𝐻𝐻 said that there were no casualties or no one died. 𝐲𝐨𝐿 said the whole thing was just a scam. So the whole publicity stunt was just, overhyped. And I've been thinking about it too because yesterday I was watching a news by BBC Africa. They made a news yesterday regarding the situation. I'm just waiting for my food to cool down before I eat. How are you, Christian? So they were talking about like interviews they had with real people that were there during the EndSars Assad last year. And those they had interviews with, like some say that some bodies were missing, like the brother is missing. If you've watched, please make sure you go to BBC Africa and watch the news there because you get to see real interviews with real people that were there. And one actually said that he actually buried his brother who died during the EndSars. So when I'm looking at the memorial right now, I've seen a couple of celebrities come out and say that some other celebrities are using it to chase clout. But to a great extent, I think when it comes to the issue of Nigeria, we are not seeing the bigger picture. That's the thing. That's the problem I have sometimes when I look at things from a distance. We don't see the bigger picture of certain things. We don't see the bigger picture. We all see the smaller picture. And of course, when I was looking at the news making rounds on media, how journalists were being, stopped from filming and all of that. It does make sense how Nigeria itself as a country is run and the people themselves. I think the problem we really have is not just the masses. I think everyone is involved. I am involved, you are involved. And with the way things are going right now, looking at professionals, those who have the influence, those who have the voice, we have many voiceless people in the nation that don't have a name or maybe might be quoted unquote insignificant because the people that make these people significant, like the politicians, the pastors, the celebrities, like I get to talk about them, are the masses themselves. So we are the people that make these people have a name. We are the ones that make them, famous or whatever. But if these people are not speaking up for us, then there's a fundamental problem right there. If you look at this whole EndSars thing, if it was not being pioneered by people that do have a name, like maybe like the Fowls, Mr. Macaroni, a couple of other people, do you think it's going to have the momentum that it had recently with regards to the whole, memorial thing? So, but in the end, people always see personal interest in it. But as to if someone actually died or not in that, it's more of like the Nigerian media is saying something else. But when it comes to the media like the CNN, the BBC, they say a different thing entirely with regards to their interviews and all of that. So for me, I now get confused. Yes, people have been compensated, people have been given monies with regards to police brutality over time. But in the end, it's looking at it from a distance. I see a whole lot of fundamental problems going on, not just between. Sorry if you're hearing some noise. I'm actually in a restaurant, so the Chinese people are having dinner, and I just came here to have lunch myself. So I would say, looking at it myself to a great extent, like Nigeria itself, if we are looking at 2023 changing the way things are run in the government. Osibanjo was coming to say that, of course, youths themselves to join politics. And that is the problem I see. He said a lot of truth with regards to the fact that if we the youth or the younger people want to really have experience a change in Nigeria, we also have to be part of the system. I've seen celebrities like 𝐻𝐵 Franklin, people like Tunde is in politics, a couple of other people that are in politics low key, taking part in what is really happening. But these are people that also have a name before getting into politics. But the whole thing I always tell you guys is building attention around your person, because the more attention you have, the more influence you have, and maybe the more voice you can have with whatever thing you have to say. That is why this whole EndSars memorial thing, the government have tried so hard to really suppress it or something. And of course it has come and gone. Next year there's going to be another memorial, years to come, so that this will be something people will remember. But in the end, there's a bigger picture to all of this. For me, I see a new form of colonialism coming to not just Nigeria, to Africa as a continent. If you have watched my previous video when I shared a video by a senator and Prof. Lumumba, some of you that watched that video, because most times people don't like watching videos about politics. They're really interested in videos about church. So what will I do? I double down on those things most times. But yes, a lot of people die, but of course, so even the media in Nigeria is also involved in all of this, but you don't know. Have you even asked yourself, the media companies we have in Nigeria, they are owned and run by people. Those people themselves may be active politicians, so they control the narrative. You understand? So there's a lot of things fundamentally going wrong. If those on the outside, if the BBC, the CNN are the ones telling us what is happening, and our own media is not telling us the truth, then there's something fundamentally wrong. So in the end, I look at everything to be, man, Nigeria itself is shady, man. It's shady. It's shady. I would be on the outside here, seeing things happening on social media, watching videos, reacting to them, trying to make people think differently about this. Why? Because maybe I'm a critical thinker. I pay attention to details. If everyone in Nigeria, or if Nigerians can be really this critical like when it comes to their thinking, we would not easily be deceived by our pastors, our politicians, and even the police. These 3 P's are fundamental issues we have in Nigeria. I'm about to upload a video in the next 30 to 40 minutes. It's about this whole, 𝐶𝐭 was talking about Nigeria and, the current system and what we don't understand about this whole idea of, for me, I would call it using religion as a means of confusing people for political dominance. So you're going to be seeing the video in the next 20 or 30 minutes. But in the end, please, lots of lives have been lost already based on what I've seen on media, CNN, BBC. Nigerians, or would I say the political elite, may keep lying about the fact that all of these things was a stunt, or it was a scam, or it's just for publicity or whatever. But the thing is that they cannot, one thing I know for sure is that they cannot stand an uprising of the youths. How are you? Bless you. I'm about to eat at a restaurant. So this is a restaurant I'm in. The Chinese people are having dinner behind. So this is the best time I usually come to have my meal. I don't like coming when there are lots of people everywhere. I don't like coming at that time. I come when there is no one and it's just, so these people are like the owners of this place. So I usually come here at this time to have lunch. My office is just above. So over there, I work somewhere over there. So I come from there to here to have lunch. I just thought to come talk about this, and I just hope like if all the youths, like these people that have so much attention. But the thing is that the problem we have is that many of our celebrities are in politics. Tunde she's in politics. She has political appointments. 𝚖𝚘𝚘𝚘 is in politics. The mayor, whatever, is in politics. Many of the celebrities you look up to are in politics. So they will not want to use the attention they have to themselves to speak against the government the way they should. Most of them work with politicians. If it's comedians, if they're organizing shows tomorrow, of course, most of the people that come in attendance are politicians. If you do anyhow tomorrow, they may make your business not function well. most of the elites, like the rich people we have in Nigeria, they have political friends. If they don't, you know that most times, like politics or the state of the government, politicians to a great extent shape the way the economy works. Many of the rich people will not be rich if they don't have like the freedom they have to maybe evade tax or do a couple of things they do that might be illegal, or bring in things that they will be charged heavily for that by customs. But because of their political links and all of that, things get waved away. So for you to be at the top of your game or something, you would have some form of political connections here and there. That's why when the youths are rising up and speaking up, the thing is that we have energetic, passionate youths that really want to fight for this change we should embrace as a nation. But the thing is that we don't have people to put in front of us to be more of like, okay, we are going with this person's vigor and with this person's personality, this person's vibe, this person's morale. So we have people like Fowls, Macaroni, and a couple of people that are really standing for something. But if you look at their person, maybe the craft they're into, you'll be like, okay, this person is a musician, so he's doing it for his song. No. For me, okay, who am I? I work as an expert outside Nigeria, okay? I'm a YouTuber, I'm a content creator. The platform I have millions of followers. I cannot use that platform to talk about things like this. Why? Because it is my job. I'm working for a company that is pushing me to become more of like a global brand or something. That is my business. But YouTube here, I had to open YouTube to use this platform myself to say what I have to say. So no one controls my opinions right here. So how many of the celebrities, the people you love? But the thing is that you should be the ones that should posting about this. Why are you not adding your voice to this? But we don't do it. How many pastors are powered? Only one pastor that I have seen spoken about is Sam Adeyemi and the wife of Bishop Oyedepo. I've seen on media spoken about this whole EndSars thing. There are many GOs that have not spoken about it or would not even dare speak about it. But just like Tunde Bakare would say, a true revolution should start itself from the church. If pastors themselves can preach about these things consistently, like there's one prophet I know on YouTube here, Prophet Ratibi or Ritabi, either Ritabi or Ratibi, something like that. He's always talking about the government, and he's in Plateau. He's in Plateau, where we have where Christians, or would I say, Christians are massacred a lot. He's there where the heat is really in, and he still speaks about the government, speaks about Nigeria. But how many of our pastors that are in Abuja, Lagos, where there is more comfortability, how many of them really do come out and speak about these things consistently, or sometimes they just want to chase clouds? But in the end, the fact still remains that we the people, and the funny thing is that most of us that do have a voice or something, we are in the diaspora. Imagine if I was in Nigeria, would I be talking like this? I would talk like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. They will look for me. Just for me talking about pastors alone that are giving me threats. Imagine if I'm talking about politicians. You understand? So it's the whole system itself is crazy. But in the end, I just hope that as time goes on, the youth themselves, I just want people's eyes will now start getting open. The videos I'm planning to make right now is going to open your eyes to some people like all these Tinubu them, Buhari them, even Goodluck Jonathan self. You get to see that there's an agenda going on that you guys don't see. But anyway, everyone is looking forward to 2023, and I want to have my lunch. This is typical Chinese lunch. Noodles and this was whatever. So I just thought to come live quickly, and so everyone that is watching now, thanks for being here with me, and I have to go right now. See you guys later.